One out of three is bad. Give me a nickel.
It says Sam's gonna read it to us.
Well, I didn't bring the reading, so I gotta remember it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, which one? Okay, go ahead.
Well, my mom asked me to share a poem with you by Robert Service. You probably never heard of him. He died a while back, but he's actually born in England, but Canada claims him because he spent most of his childhood in the gold fields of Canada. And he wrote a lot about the miners and living up in the Yukon, and all these guys were, well, they faced death every day, and that wasn't a big thing, but what they were mostly afraid of was dying alone or the never-ending cold. Those were the things that they were scared of the most, more than anything else. And the poem that I'm going to share with you today is called The Cremation of Sam McGee by Robert Service. Okay? Now there are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who toil for gold. Those Arctic trails, they have their secret tales that'll make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen some strange sights. But I think the strangest they ever did see was one night on the marsh at Lake LaBarche, I cremated Sam McGee. Now, Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home in the South to roam around the pole, nobody knows. That poor man was always cold. But the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell. Though he had often say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in, well, as I recall, it was on a Christmas day, and we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail. Now you talk of your cold, why through the parka's fold it stabbed like a driven nail. And if our eyes we closed, then our lashes froze till sometimes we couldn't see. It weren't no fun. But the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. And that very night, as we lay wrapped tight in our robes beneath the snow, and the dogs were fed, and o'erhead the stars danced heel and toe. Well, he turns to me and, "Cap," says he, "I'm cashing in this trip, I guess, and if I do, I want you to not refuse my last request." Well, he seemed so low, I just couldn't say no. But then he says with a kind of a moan, "It's the cursed cold, and it's got right hold till it's chilled me clean through to the bone. Yet 'tain't being dead. It's my awful dread of an icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that come foul or fair, you'll cremate my last remains." Well now, a friend's last need, that's a thing to heed. So I swore I wouldn't fail, and we started on at the streak of dawn. But he was ghastly pale. He crouched in the sleigh, and all that day he raved of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. There wasn't a breath in that land of death, and I hurried on horror-driven with a corpse, half hid, that I couldn't be read, because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh, and it seemed to say, "You may tax your brawn and brain, but you promised true. Now it's up to you to cremate these last remains." I know. A promise made is a debt unpaid, and besides, the trail, it has its own stern code, that in the days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart I cursed that load. And in the long, long nights, by the lone firelight, while the huskies, round in a ring, howled out their woes to the homeless snows, Oh, I loathed the thing. And it seemed every day that quiet place would heavier and heavier grow. But on I went. So the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and me half mad. But I swore I wouldn't give in. Sometimes I'd even sing to the hateful thing and it'd hearken with a grin. Well, finally, we got to the marsh of Lake LaBarche, and a derelict there lay. It's jammed in the ice, but I could see in a trice it's called the Alice May. Well, I looked at the boat, and I thought a note, and I looked at my frozen chum. Then here, said I, with a sudden cry, is my crematorium. Well, some planks I tore from the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. And some coal I found that was laying around, and I'd heaped the fuel up higher. Well, the flames began to soar, and the furnace roared. Such a blaze you seldom see. Well, then, I burrowed out a hole in those glowing coals, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Well, then I took a hike because I didn't like to hear him sizzle. So. Well, then what? The heavens scowled, and the huskies growled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, and yet the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks. I don't know why. And, the greasy smoke, like an inky cloak, went streaking down the sky. Well, I don't know how long in the snow I wrestled with grisly fear, but I know the stars came out and danced about there again. I ventured near. I was just sick with dread, but I bravely said, I think I'll peek inside. I guess he's cooked, and it's time I looked, so the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm in the heart of the furnace roar. He wore a smile you could see a mile, and he says, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold and the storm. Since I left Plumtree down in Tennessee, this is the first time I've been warm. You got it? I might have to read this part of it.
How long, sir?
What?
Those are 6-hour tapes, aren't they?
Yeah, that's when I'll do it. Okay, ready?
Oh, I don't have to.
It seems that the devil wanted a place on earth, sort of a summer home, a place he could spend his vacation whenever he wanted to roam. So he picked out Arizona, a place that's wretched and rough, where the climate was to his liking and the cowboys were hardy and tough. Well, first thing he did, he dried up all the streams in the canyons, and he ordered no rain to fall. Well, that dried up all the lakes and the valleys, and he scorched and he burned it all. Then across his barren desert, he transported shrubs from hell. The saguaro, the thistle, the prickly pear, climate suited them well. Well, now the home was much more to his liking, but animal life, he had none. So he created all the creepy crawlers that all mankind would shun. First he made the rattlesnake with its poison and its forked tongue, and he taught it how to strike and to rattle, and how to swallow its young. Then he made the scorpion and the Gila monster and the ugly old horny toad, and he placed spiders of every description under rocks. by the side of the road. Then he ordered the sun to shine hotter and hotter and hotter still, till even the cactus began to wilt. And the poor old horny toad looked ill. Well, he gazed across his earthly kingdom, as any creator would, and he kind of chuckled up his sleeve, because he thought it was pretty good. Well, it's summer now, so Satan lay by a prickly pear to rest, and the sweat just poured off his brow. So he took off his coat and his vest. By golly, he finally panted, I think I did my job too well. I'm going back where I came from. Arizona's hotter than hell. So kids, when you get home and somebody says, how hot is it in Arizona? What are you going to say? Arizona is hotter than hell. Ah.
I don't know if they can top that. Now time for Marilyn and Irene and Diane and
Oh.
the big girl.
Great girl.
Big boomers! Come on, big boomers!
And Lisa and Tammy.
Yeah, we have to have our accompaniments.
Do you have the music?
Why don't we just get rid of these chairs and you guys sit on the floor?
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, let's take a look in the hall.
Andy, come
They said all the big girls, didn't they?
Put the chairs in. Hold on a second, Irene. I want to zoom in. Hold on.
Take your finger up your nose, Irene.
Irene, I'm going to zoom in.
Over here.
Lisa, you're right.
Irene,
Inside the thing.
Irene, we're zooming in. Zoom. Scoot over, Lisa. Hold on a second.
Closer.
Circle.
Can you get them, Hal?
Can I get him?
Got a wide angle?
I'm going to have to pull it out a little farther. Either that or we're going to have to squeeze together.
Is this a spiritual song?
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's a positive.
With anybody else singing it would be?
Steve's mother wrote this song.
Oh, one of those.
One of those. Well, the music is better.
They gonna let you see Diane?
We've never practiced what Steve sang for us, so we hope he plays like Mom.
Marilyn?
Ready, girl?
Get the pencil out of your hair, Tim.
Let me put my girl.
That was super. Somebody in the family besides Ham had talent.
Yes.
It says here, Sam's going to read family history.
No.
What is that? Scratch that.
There's a little blurb here that you want this red one.
Will it take very long?
Yes. Yeah, okay.
Okay, scrap it.
Scratch that.
What is it doing? You rewind your camera.
Well, I can do it while Hal's rewinding.
The moan sound was Greg, for those who will be looking at this later.
Because it's his turn. Greg Palmer, El Arritola.
Just give me a scrap.
Arritola.
No, do it.
How much is left?
You're it.
That's up.
Almost.
You gonna do it in English?
No, this is okay. This was supposed to get us closer to our roots. How the Tenneys and the Hatches had to move to the colonies in Mexico. So this is everybody's
No, it wasn't.
learning
It was
gifts
to make Diane and Irene feel welcome.
Yeah. For our Spanish-speaking friends.
Right.
What about your...
Yeah. If he has a thing.
Hey, music.
Yeah, Mom has it.
I don't know my kid or not.
It's okay. No.
Okay, we'll just real quickly. We'll go through the words once. This is Gibson, the Little Stream in Spanish. Okay, so we'll go through it once real quickly. All right. I'll say a part through, and then everybody, and then we'll repeat it again. All right, everybody say it. All right. The first line. I can't remember it. El arroyito da. El arroyito da. Siempre da, siempre da. Siempre da, siempre da. El arroyito da sus gotitas a la flor. El arroyito da sus gotitas a la flor.
Pequeño.
Pequeño es, pero ¿dónde va? Pequeño es, pero ¿dónde va? A las plantas vida da. A las plantas vida da. Y cantando dulce es. Y cantando dulce es. Demos hoy con gran amor. Demos hoy con gran amor. Y cantando dulce es. Demos con amor. You ready?
You tell them to go arroito. You have to roll your R's. Arroito.
Jen said the little stream.
Okay.
Oh, they did it.
Okay,
Just say it again.
this story goes way back. Try to tell the story myself.
Oh.
Kind of touching.
It was when?
Stephen, we'll sing loud. Okay, sing loud because Stephen doesn't, hasn't played this yet. Okay?
Good
Okay.
enough, Steve.
Don't get hit by Lisa.
I'm glad you said that out loud because I was looking. I thought you were Lisa's been helping with her clean out her I don't know what the word is. The empty box. Well, that's what Mom stores best.
You don't want to throw a good box away.
Let's see what's in here, Will.
Mason shoes, they haven't made those since 1919.
They make jars.
now, yeah.
Here's,
Great minds.
but we recognize
Yeah, that
that?
looks like mine.
Hold it still, Mom. Mom, hold it still.
I think I did.
I think you did.
Did
Ray did it? I did that. Ray did it.
How old was he, Mom?
Darn it, I was going to claim it. Nobody else.
Oh,
Okay, that's good.
Oh, well, don't feel bad. Oh, no, this is Lisa's, age 6. Oh,
Lisa, I'll have that analyzed.
Is that a horse?
Yeah, we'll analyze that one.
Hold up.
And Lisa, is that a horse?
The one on the left is.
Oh, this one. The other one's Ray.
He traced it. I was there when he traced it.
Mother, are you trying to make me feel bad?
basketball.
He did a beautiful colored one.
No, see, he was the same age as Lisa did the other one.
Is that what we're doing? You can see where he made.
Well,
Probably in the round pile, Mom.
but I want you to know, though, we have lots of talent in this one.
Oh, big lips.
This is a card to love from Lisa, to my crooked lips she got on her. It says,
Oh, wonder.
Wait,
how old was I? Don't tell. I
It
was in
doesn't
high
say.
school.
It says, "Hi, Mom. I've given these lips to others, but never to a member of my family."
Oh. Somebody hold Steve back. Hold him back.
Set up before or after
I
Steve?
want to share them with you because I love you. Thank you for being the best mommy in the whole world. Have a wonderful birthday, and remember, you're not old. You just look it.
Mom,
She told me that when she was about Megan's age, and the boys were teasing me about getting old. She said, "You're not old, Mommy. You just look old." Well, let's see.
Made for good things and mine were bad things.
That's the only thing she could find good about it.
Here's something, Freedom in My Beloved America. But
That
remember
Sam's?
that doesn't have
That
a...
sounds like Sam's.
Isn't it too good a handwriting for any of you? I just think...
Good handwriting. I think I did it.
Well, it wasn't me.
Well, let's see. Oh, here's some more artwork. This seems all to be Lisa's.
She always wanted
No,
the
this is
favorite.
Jacko Bell. Jacko Bell.
Tammy, I could spell at least. You could run.
Okay.
You have your hand, we'll have ours.
This was the rough draft.
This is to Santa.
The rough
I
draft.
don't, he must have read it and left it because it says, "Dear Santa Claus, I want the doll with the hairdryer
wipers, such jewelry. And the jewelry set in the store. I saw when the tooth came out. And I went to the store and almost bought it. My little sister, Sistere, wants a doll with a doll chair.
See, she was so considerate.
Did you get it? No. Mom found that and hid it, so I wouldn't be.
And this
Hey, I remember
Are both of the pictures there?
Hey, Dad, bring it up to the
there,
camera.
somebody
Could you zoom in on it?
Sam, I got it all in.
He got it. He zoomed.
I got it.
and Manny let down.
He got
Somebody
it.
took my best one.
For those
well.
of you kids who don't
I'm
know.
not gonna re-up just for another picture.
They were national park in the riots and what?
Where Ray got Maryland's
That's
ring.
Maryland got, yeah, Ray got Maryland's rings during the raids.
This is a poem written by Tenney.
Oh, no.
With upturned face, I call his name. Morning and night, I do the same. My prayers are filled with selfish pleas of oft times not even said on my knees. As I beseech him and tug at his sleeve, with outstretched hands he answers me. Not always what I want to hear, but his spirit is always lingers near. And with love he calms my every fear, for he is my Father in heaven above, who always answers questions with love, who has given to me the flowers and trees, the birds of the air and the honeybees. And I wish to be grateful and pleasing in his sight, so I call him to me morning and night.
What was she 4 when she wrote that?
She was always the spiritual one.
I was in first grade. I remember.
She'll probably grow up and marry a seminary teacher.
They were all answered.
It seems that in 7th grade, who's in 7th grade here?
No, don't come
Yeah.
Janine?
In 7th grade, Sammy was a little bit naughty, and he had to write things, I don't know how many words. And so the reason for a lot of talking that is not necessary, I think, is because a few people do not get enough attention at home. Come read that.
Yeah, come on. You wrote it. You did it.
Fine.
And so they try to get it at school by being loud and making people look at them. 42. That's now.
Oh, 42 words so far.
Sometimes it is
42 years
because they do not have enough of their social needs, such as games, spending money, and maybe even a picture show once a week. When some children do not get their social needs, they might get smart alecky and bully others, show off and get lots of hot-tempered easily and get loud and become very bossy or even avoid others. A classroom that is out of order is like one of the following. 1 or 2 people opening or closing the drawers of their desks just to get people to look at them. It is no wonder they do not get any attention, for everybody else is trying to get attention too. One person might be making paper airplanes out of a piece of paper that the principal gave him to give to his parents, while another is throwing his. And we must not forget the go-getter who sneaks the airplanes out of the aisle when they get theirs. Then there is the group of talkers who gets up to date by listening to each other's gossip. And of course, there's the smart one who knows what's going to happen, so goes back to help the teacher so he won't get in trouble. And when the punishment comes, there's always the little boy who asks his teacher for his or her opinion on how the class should or should not act during study hours. But the teacher always cuts him short by asking if he's going to write a theme. He shyly answers yes, and she leaves him for the vultures. And I would like to tell you, dear teacher, that about half of the above, that about half of the long, sad story above took place in your class. not a coincidence. He fires away until he runs out of spitwads. An orderly class is one like the following. Every little pony is neat and clean. Every little pupil is busy at work, while we have left the disorderly classrooms behind. These children make good use of their time instead of talking and trying to get attention. For these kids do not think attention is as good as an education. And we lost part of it, which was the best, that something about back in the cloakroom, what went on in the cloakroom.
No, I got lost.
Another one, Tammy, age 4, and she says she's crying because it's raining.
Hold it up.
And this is
Lynn, hold it
a
up.
poem Lynn wrote when Sam was on his mission. Said you mean so much to me.
Come, I never got it.
That's in Mom's box.
She wanted to keep it.
Lose it.
Because he's 8,000 miles away.
Christmas time is here again, even though we aren't together. Our love still grows and grows within. That is our love for each other. The Lord's work must be done here in the foreign land, and I know you are the chosen one. That I think is grand. I love my little missionary. You are so good to me. Too bad Santa can't carry you right to my Christmas tree. I remember oh so well the things we used to do. One thing especially rings a bell. Does it have the same effect on you? We were staying with Grandma Hatch. Of course, we were quite small. We sticked her mirror with bubble gum match. Soon we were facing the corner wall. Good times we always seem to have, we as a family. The things we do, the things we have mean so much to me. 1 year soon, my dear brother, the year is 1964. Our family will be all together to spend Christmas as we have done before.
20 years ago.
Lynn.
Well, we're not through here. Oh, this is by Tammy. Moonlight on the Sierra.
No agents involved.
It's March 1st in the Sierra, and the sun is gently falling. The soft winds are blowing quietly over the solemn desert, and as for the human race, it is nowhere to be seen. Nothing to spoil this glorious place, nothing but Mother Nature in a wonderful dream. Yes, there's just something about a quiet, peaceful place that makes the person feel restful. This something is only described in 3 little words. Silence is golden. And if you are, well, one more little thing here. This is a Christmas card to the family, and here's the castle down here. It says, I hope we can stay closer together in the future. This castle symbolizes what our family will be like. The strong drawbridge will let in love and kindness and keep out the evil of the moat. The windows will let in the beautiful in. and the light of the gospel, and keep out the winds of temptation. It is built strong and pure, tall and straight, climbing into the clouds of the Lord. It shall be a guiding star, and will remind us who we are and what we stand for. And then,
Hey, Tam, what happened? Started out so good.
I learned to
and this is a little song Ray used to sing.
Sing it!
Sing it.
Sing it,
Yeah, let Ray
Ray!
sing it.
Dirty hands, dirty face.
I want him to
Then,
sing
if
it.
all of you are wondering where you got all this wonderful talent, you might look through this little book, and there's a little page in here.
If you do, I'll shoot you.
Yes.
Sing it, Mom. Sing it.
It says,
Read it, Mom.
Dear Myrtle, I may be crazy, but I think you are just like a daisy. What year was that?
That was the first time I proposed to her. We were in the 2nd grade.
There's some more goodies in there, but we don't have them.
Mom, would you sing that one song that your mother Oh, please. I think your grandchildren should hear that one song that Mom's mother used to sing to her.
Yeah, Mom.
Which is the funniest one?
We want Momo.
We want Momo. We want Momo. We want Momo. Come on, Mom. Grandma. Grandma. I fall down, go boom. He's down there.
Tammy, what's the grand finale?